Hello, and welcome back to the Emotional Support Cookie Podcast. I'm Dada.
And I'm Mama.
And we're finally back after
3 weeks.
It feels like forever. We have not been the most consistent at this. The plan to be consistent has not been very successful.
Nope. And speaking of successful, what is your definition of success?
See, that's a tough one. What is success? And I think that's just kind of a person.
I guess it's what you grow up seeing.
Yeah, because I think success in life. I guess the question being, what is successful in life, is definitely different from person to person. Some people,
yeah, because like when I was growing up, I would, we weren't rich or anything. Maybe, I guess we were in the lower middle class, and when I would see my aunts who were teachers, I would see them as successful. They had the house, they had the vacations, and it was very different than what we were living. And I guess it stuck with me, and that's why I thought, oh, well, teaching equals success. Which, now I say, no, don't. Like, I wish I would have seen, like, I'm not saying that it's not success, right? But now, seeing it from where I stand, I think I should have researched more professions and seen what was out there.
I think you saw the financial stability that career field brought to them, and that was your measure of success, is the financial stability or the comfort, I guess, to feel.
Right, and not to say that it was just them, because they are married and the husbands are successful as well. So 2 successful people equaled a really nice life. And obviously just like financially or whatever, because I don't know what it actually was behind, right? But
yeah,
anyway.
and I think like you said, like, the measure of success definitely varies from person to person. I think some measure it as, financial, some as social, some as, they got the job, they finished the school. Success in life is very different. They made their dream job. I mean, that's success to some people. Getting a certain income level or buying a house. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say that you have to have those big things to be successful. Like, sometimes just independence, being able to. I think for me, like, being independent was my test, was my litmus test. It was, could I afford my own apartment, or to live on my own, was my measure of success. Could I get a full-time job, be able to afford living on my own? And, in my mid to late 20s, mid 20s, I don't remember when I first got really moved out. Maybe it was early 20s. I can't even remember anymore.
Because I met you in your late.
Yeah.
No, it's like middle, maybe.
Yeah, I would say mid. But, it was a very liberating and exciting feeling. But at the same time, it was a struggle. I will not deny that. It was definitely a struggle. But it was one of those things that I struggled, yes. And that, there was, scary times. But at the same time, I didn't give up. Yeah. Because it was what I wanted. It was my measure of this is where I'm at now, and I don't want to step back. Like, for me, it was this is now 0. This is where I start. We only go up from here.
And honestly, that was one of the things that was very attractive about you, because so many people that I dated before you didn't have a car, lived with their parents. Like, it was so insane. And not to say that I didn't live with my parents, but I did have a career and I did have a car of my own. I bought my car, I had a full-time job. And so it was very refreshing to see that you were you had a full-time job and you had your own apartment. And
that was all surface level, baby, because I was paying my apartment bill, I was paying my car bill, I had my stuff paid, and then underneath, there was times for grocery shopping was Dollar Tree grocery shopping, like it was,
Yes, I remember when we started grocery shopping together, and he didn't have to.
Why are you buying brand names?
I didn't look at
prices.
The price.
That was the weird thing for me, was that you would just grab stuff, and I'm like, how much is that? You're like, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, I have to account for every single thing I grab, and I'm mentally putting the prices together, and it became a game when we started dating, because we would go grocery shopping together, and I would tell you, I'd be like, it's gonna be this much, and you're like, how do you know? I'm like, what do you mean, how do I know? I've looked at the prices as we were shopping, and I would usually end up within like a $5-10 range of what it was, depending on how big the grocery shopping was that week. But
I remember you one time saying that it was so nice to shop without looking at prices,
weird.
Getting what you wanted and needed.
It was weird at first. It was very weird, and even now, I still do some.
Whatever, he puts in a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I started. Yeah, we grab stuff now because we're in a much obviously where we are now, or even where I am personally, not even just as a couple, but just myself, where I am, is much better place than where I started. All around, the successes just they keep piling on. But I think one of the driving things about success, and whether it be in success in love, success in money and careers and whatever it is, I think the most important thing is keeping the drive. I think you have to have a drive to be like, success isn't just one of those things that it clicks and you're done. You get there and you're done. You have to keep the grind going.
And it can be exhausting. And it's not to say, like, I struggle with mental illness. I have Graves' disease. I have feet issues and this and that. And I'm walking all day. I'm standing all day. And quitting has never been
an option.
I mean, obviously, I can't because of how I want to live.
Right.
Maybe I could quit, but we would have to
definitely
downsize everything, and it wouldn't be. I remember when we were thinking about me quitting so that I could take care of the baby the second year. Mm-hmm. And the first thing that went through my mind was, I'm not going to be able to go on Amazon and just buy what I want.
Yeah.
And that's kind of selfish.
Yes.
But at the same time, I didn't want to struggle with the baby too.
It is
because babies are expensive.
Yes, they are. Children are expensive. I will say, it on the surface, it sounds like a selfish type of thing. Like, I want to be able to buy stuff, but that's the truth. You want to be financially comfortable. You want to be able to buy stuff. You don't want to worry about things like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that we don't worry about things. We still like, oh, we should hold off on buying that right now. We don't go completely crazy,
Right.
We didn't come home
because you never know what's going to happen.
We didn't come home with a 20-foot Santa today or a 12-foot Santa today.
Hey, but it was only 70, and the only reason I didn't buy it was because baby was
not the
very
20-foot.
He didn't know what to pick, and I really want him to pick.
Yes, yeah. We were thinking of our one big Christmas inflatable purchase, and we couldn't come to a consensus, so that's why we didn't buy one yet. But we're in that realm where we could comfortably buy one, but we're not in the we're not in the realm where we're gonna buy the 20-foot ones. We saw, the giant floats essentially.
The only reason I wouldn't buy that is because I feel like if a wind gust came through, it would be gone. Because Dada does not know how to anchor those puppies right.
But there's a difference. Those giant ones have different anchors than the little 2
and
foot.
And the little ones, he does not know how to anchor. So imagine those big ones.
Try to
and now
someone keeps pulling them out.
Oh, someone
keeps tripping on them.
I'm not even gonna go into the frickin' putting the lights on the. I'm scared. Send help.
I have a technique in my head on how I'm gonna put those lights on this.
Mind
house.
you, this man is scared of heights, and because he is very proud, he loves to do things on his own.
I will be shaking on the ladder doing it myself. But I have an idea how to do it without a ladder, so it'll get done.
Okay, we totally went. Anyway, he's not going to give up. You see, he doesn't give up.
Exactly. Don't give up. Have the drive. Get there. Get it done. And have the drive to
keep on keeping on.
Well, not just finish what you start, but don't let it be the end. I think is the thing. Like keep going.
Keep growing.
Once you complete one task, once you are successful, then push the bar back. Push it higher. Keep going. Don't think, okay, I've done it, I'm done. Like, if you want more for yourself, you want to, do more, do better, you got to push yourself.
Look, I'm really thinking of changing careers, and I'm really thinking about going back to school in the summer. And even though it's scary because I have a 3-year-old and a full-time job, I think it's something that I really want to pursue, and I hope it happens. Mm-hmm. And I guess what we're saying is just try your best to keep going. Like, don't give up so easily, because in the end,
and before we make it all like I want to also point out that it's not easy, and there are stumbles along the way.
Believe me. Okay, the first week I was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I came home crying almost every day that I wanted to quit. Sometimes I wouldn't go to work because I didn't want to see those kids. And my mom obviously had a lot to do with me not giving up. Like, she would always say, like, what, you want to live poorly, or you want to not have what you want? Like, you can't just do this, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And that was always a drive for me. That was I always kept thinking about that, and I still think about it. And she is the reason why I never gave up. I mean, I struggle with a very, very severe mental illness. I was diagnosed with a severe panic attack disorder / depression / OCD. When I get really stressed, the OCD comes out.
Right.
And I was ready to quit. I couldn't get out of bed and stuff. And she didn't believe in medication at first, but thankfully, I don't know, something changed, and we were able to get on medication, and I was ready to get on disability, honestly. I was like, I'll just live at home, be safe.
And that's the easy way out for a lot of people. And I think,
and that's when my mom was like, so you're going to be lazy and be at home, and you're not going to be able to have the car you want. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to go back to work or whatever, because you're already going to be in that label. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, the medicine helped, and I was able to get out of it. And even today, what's weird is that once I got pregnant and all of this, the anxieties or the panic attacks kind of lessened, but I still get them. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's a struggle, but you know what? Like, I keep going.
Life is a
There's
struggle.
always going to be a barrier. There's always going to be something that sucks, but you have to do it for yourself.
You have to
Yes.
push forward, pull yourself up, push yourself through. I mean, when I transitioned from TV to teaching, I questioned. I'm not gonna lie. I have a real big imposter syndrome where I no matter how much I know about something, I feel like I don't know enough or I'm not good enough. And even now, like I've already fifth year of teaching, and even then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, or I question. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and then I can pull lessons out of nowhere. I can make teaching moments out of nowhere, and I know that I can. I've made little moments with certain students where I feel like I've made a difference, and even then, like I'll walk away from like this is a great moment. I've made an impact. I've made a meaningful lesson. I've made a meaningful moment. I've done something successful that you want to be as a teacher, and then the next day I'll be like, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. What am I teaching now? Even though it's something I know, I am like, am I the right person for this? Am I the right person to teach this? Or to do this, to take on this project, and all these things. Like, I question.
And that's how it is in all jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have the highs, the lows, and the very lows.
And you just gotta, it's that fake it till you make it type mentality. You just keep going.
You just keep going because you want more.
Yeah. I think that's just being an adult too. It's like you grow up thinking all these kids, people in their 20s had their stuff. They're adults, and then you get there and you're in your mid 30s, still wondering when you feel like an adult because it's still not there. It still hasn't hit yet. It's weird. Life's weird,
and that's one thing
and
I'm gonna
keep going.
Make sure our son knows that he cannot quit.
Yeah,
he can't. And
he can stress, he can struggle, he can take breaks, but it doesn't end there.
Mm-mm. And of course, navigating him is going to be a little different because of the way he's being brought up in a very different environment than we were used to, and that's scary in itself.
The world is very different than the world we know.
So hopefully it works out, and hopefully we didn't sound too preachy or anything.
At the end of the day, I guess what we're just trying to say is keep going and don't stop. Just keep the drive.
Don't stop
believing.
Okay, well,
all right. Well,
it was really nice doing this again.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for
sticking with us. It was really nice. Just did you say breakfast?
What?
I don't know. I heard breakfast. Am I thinking of IHOP already?
What?
Can we go to IHOP tomorrow? Okay.
I am so confused now. I don't know if
like
you're.
half your
I don't
life,
know if you're
bro.
delirious or I'm delirious at this point. It's definitely past your bedtime. I think this time change is also throwing us off.
Oh my god, it sucks.
Time changes was a bit rough.
It doesn't even matter. I go to sleep at 8 or 9 every day and then wake up at 2. But anyway.
What we were trying to say is thank you for being with us. Hope you guys
I'm Mama.
I'm Dada, and hope
Bye.
you have a great time. Bye.